Hi, folks, and welcome to another episode. Well, I guess the first episode of Rantcast. This is where I pick a topic and I give a little rant about it. Um, so as you see, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag for Black Flag, and the game today that I want to give a rant about is not this game. But since I don't have Unity on PC, I figured I'd just play this one while I ran about that game. Unity on PC, Assassin's Creed Unity, I actually played it on PS4, and I must say that it is a bad game. A lot of the mechanics of the Assassin's Creed games have never been great. You still, even on this one, I find myself sometimes jumping off of things that I'm not trying to jump off of, or trying to climb up that house and he just like presses his body up against the house before he climbs up it. But I felt that the action was nice and fast paced, where I could go into any situation and feel that, hey, if stealth doesn't get me through it, which it's an Assassin's Creed game, so 9 times out of 10, stealth isn't going to get you through whatever it is that you're trying to get to. But I still felt that I could get past this, and I found the combat fun. I'm probably one of the few people who actually found the combat fun, and I honestly like the story that each Assassin's Creed game brings. For me, I thought Assassin's Creed 1 was okay. I thought Assassin's Creed 2 was great. I thought Brotherhood was alright. I thought 3 was actually really good. Like, a lot of people hate 3 and they hate the main protagonist, Connor. I'm one of probably the few people who actually liked Connor. I thought Connor was done well. To me, I know a lot of Native Americans, and that typifies how a lot of them are. And then I also thought the story around Connor's adventure was fascinating, because it gave different perspectives on the Templars. It's like they're not just an evil entity that's hell bent on taking over the world no matter what. There's like any political agenda, or not agenda, but any group. Each group thinks that they're right and this is the right way to do things. That this is how they feel things should be done to help people in the long run. And then it gives a bunch of different views on America and how, the English and Americans, politically were so different. Cause you look at the way that America handled the whole slavery thing, the whole slavery time period, and you look at how the English completely like abolished slavery, like what was it, like 10 years earlier than America did. We had rights a lot earlier in England than we did here in America. And then you look at the fact of just everyone wants to rave about how great and how amazing America is. I'm not here trying to bash America. I'm just saying that the game brought up a lot of good views. It's like You know, how many people who weren't rich farm owners really benefited after the war? You know, not a lot. So it's just that's why I like the game. It brung up those questions. It brung it raised that awareness on that whole war and what it really meant. Not to say that everything in that game was factually correct or historically correct. No, it wasn't. I'm not even gonna sit here and claim that. Um, but overall, I thought the story was a great story to tell. This game, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, again, another one of those. Can you really say that the Templars are the evil scum of the earth type games? You know,
I have a shot.
and 9 times out of 10 you couldn't really say that on the even on this game. You can't really say that they were evil. They just had a different point of view on things and how to run things. And then on top of it, I thought Edward was a fantastic character. You know, he was this swashbuckling pirate that is pretty much goes out, does what he wants, takes what he wants, and he transforms into a man who becomes more aware that, hey, everything I do has consequences. I can't just do what I want whenever I want to. So I thought that that was great.
I'll not forget you.
Um, and then Unity, because I mean this game, unlike 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, unlike 3, I really don't have to get into because everyone seems to love this game for one reason or another. Me, like I said, I love the story. I love the combat of the game. I mean, just the 2 swords and it's so fast and it's fluid. And then Unity took that and they completely botched it. Like, their combat system is I can't say it's broken because it's playable, but it is it's artificially tougher than it should be. It's like they took it and they said, we're going to take away this and we're going to take away that, and we're going to make the game harder. And I don't think you should have done that. I mean, you could have taken away some things and left others, or reworked other things to make it a tougher game. But it's like they tried to lean the game more towards stealth, which is not a bad thing, because my first thought on Assassin's Creed games are, you know, why are these people even named assassins? Because basically you just running down, everyone knows that you're assassins from the freaking outfits that you wear. They see the hood and they automatically know, oh, that he's an assassin, basically. It's not like they are in the shadows. I mean, the Templars are more camouflaged than the freaking assassins are. They wear everyday normal clothing. But whereas assassins, like I said, they have their uniforms and you know that they're assassins. So anyways, back to what I was saying. It was not a bad thing that you tried to lean it towards more of a stealth game and make it more stealthy. But if you're going to do that, then go the whole 9 yards. Don't go 5 yards. Don't go 6 yards. Do the whole shebang. You know, you tried to go more towards stealthy and you botched the stealth missions. I mean, everything about that game just seems half-assed. You botched the stealth missions, you botched the combat in general, where it's okay. On here, like I said, it's faster, it's quicker, it's more action packed. Whereas on Unity, it seems like it's slower, like more methodical, which is not a bad thing. But if you're gonna do that, then you have to give the player some chance of getting out of that situation without, having to resort to freaking damn near like spamming, not spamming, but pretty much running every time. It's like, okay, the reason I like playing these games is because I feel like a badass. Like, I can get out of any situation. I can get through any situation. Need it. If I need to fight, I can do that. If I need to, run, I can do that as well. But if I need to fight to get out of a situation, I can fight and get out of that situation. Whereas in Unity, if there's more than like 3 or 4 guys, you're dead. There's just no way around that. You're dead. So basically what they want you to do is run and come up with a new strategy. That would be great if there were better strategies to come up with. I mean, I tried doing the whole stealthy thing, and the freaking because of the uniforms, the guards spot you off tops, and that's another thing that killed me about that game. It's like, if you're gonna put more emphasis on stealth, then allow us to change not just the color of our or of our uniforms, or what am I trying to say, the style of the uniform. Allow us to take the damn thing off. Allow us to put regular street clothes on and play the game like that. Kind of like Hitman. If you're gonna try to be Hitman, then be Hitman. Don't half-ass Hitman. You put an emphasis on stealth. You gave us all these great like little side missions, like, oh, you can poison the wine to get through, or you can start a riot over here and get people, get the guards out the way. But then you get inside and there's more guards. You can't like sneak by them. It's like the first opening mission, or one of the first opening missions, pretty much lied. It's like, why couldn't I dress up like a noble and go into a party that I need to be in to assassinate somebody? Why couldn't I do that? But again, they half-assed the stealth on it. And it's like, and they give you the big fucking bullseye right on you with the uniform. And then they take away your ability to pretty much defend yourself. Because I understand making the guards tougher. You want to make them, or the enemies, tougher. You can't keep having the same, because even on this, the enemies tend to get too easy. I mean, I love it, but the enemies tend to get too easy. I understand that. And it was better to make the enemies harder for that game. So what they did, great. You gave everybody pistols instead of making it just one enemy archetype that'll shoot at you, or 2 enemy archetypes that'll shoot at you. Everyone has a pistol, everyone can shoot at you. Okay, cool. Then you made it so the counter no longer actually gives you the option to, kill the enemy if you time the counter right. Okay, cool. Then, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna take away our means of getting out, fighting out of that situation by taking away, our chance for pretty much an insta kill, on most Assassin's Creed games, even 2 and uh, 2 and beyond, pretty much, you're able to insta kill, which is counter and hit the attack button, and it insta kills them, pretty much. You want to take that away. You want to make it tougher. That's great. I can understand that. But if you're gonna do that, then give us another means of actually getting through this fight. You know, like they added a. I wish I had the game on PC so I could show you, but they added a bar that when someone swings at you goes from red to yellow. If I'm not mistaken, you have to hit counter when it's in the yellow, um, in order to do a perfect counter or whatnot. Why not make it so if you do that perfect counter and then hit X or square if you're playing on the PS4 to do the insta kill, or leave the system the way it is, but at least if I kick them in their sternum, it does some type of damage to them. Pretty much all counter is block. If you were gonna make just make counter block, then you should have just added a freaking block button. I'm sorry, I'm coming down with a cold, but you should have just added a block button. Not a freaking counter button. Because all it does is if you time it perfectly, it stuns them. I kicked you in the head, and all it did was stun you. It didn't hurt you in the least. It just made you a little wobbly. That's hurting somebody. I'm sorry. There's no way around that. It should do some type of damage to them, so to where, like I said, if one against 1 or 2 people, it's no problem. But once you start getting up into the 3, 4, 5 people range, it's a big deal. Not to be able to damage somebody by countering, because that's pretty much what you'll be doing. You counter, you hit. Then by the time you hit maybe once or twice, someone's already swinging at you. You're countering again. You should have added a damage not threshold, but you should have added a damage to that counter button. That way, people can get through those fights. I mean, it would still been tougher. You still got to time your counters. I mean, it still has to be perfect counters for them to do damage to the person. Why not? And then you may, honestly, a lot of people from the reviews I was looked up were saying they didn't like the storyline. Honestly, that was the only thing that kept me interested in that game. Which means, because I rented it, which means that when I'm probably more likely going to, at some point when it comes all the way down to like $20, if I catch it on sale or something, I might buy it again just to finish the storyline off. Other than that, there's no other reason to me to play that. For me to play that game, the missions were okay. Like I said, they put a huge emphasis on stealth and didn't give you a lot of stealth options. Like, they give you basically it's the same options you get on every other Assassin's Creed game, with a few additional where you actually get to plan out. Though, like, they actually emphasize you planning out, your approach. Other than that, like I said, it's the exact same game again, but worse. It's Assassin's Creed, but worse, with not as good combat. Like, the combat, I hated it. I dreaded having to go get into combat. I dreaded having to go into combat, and I hated the having to go into stealth, which is pretty much the two main aspects of the game, and I didn't like doing either. So honestly, to tell you the truth, like I said, most people don't like the storyline. That's the only reason I played the game or kept playing the game. But if you're really thinking about picking up the game, um, I would say don't. Really, don't. It's not worth it. It's really not, unless you can find it on sale. If you can find it on sale, then it would be worth picking up the game. But if not, don't waste your money. Um. Oh, before I go, I can't go without saying that the game was beautiful. Like, this looks nice, but compared to Unity, and like I said, I played it on PS4, not PC, so I didn't get the full, effects of the game. But um, on PS4, it looked amazing, like drop down gorgeous. Um, but that's still not enough to warrant purchasing the game for $60. I'm sorry. Um, so in conclusion, don't buy the game. um, but let me cut this video short. That's been a really long rant. Honestly, I wish I had made this video days ago when I was still playing the game, and it literally had me pissed to no degree. That's when I came up with the idea to do rant casts from this channel. Um, I was playing the game, and I just literally you put all this emphasis on stealth. Basically, I just ran into the house, ran up to the guy, stabbed him, went through the little cutscene, ran out the house, got away, finished the mission. What was the point of emphasizing stealth in your game if I could just literally do that? The way, I didn't have to fight that. It's just stupid. It's retarded. But anyway, cut this video short. Thank you for joining this episode of Rantcast, and you have one happy Thanksgiving, folks.